During this holiday season, give your loved ones a gift that keeps on giving for the rest of their life. Torpedo Pot is the only affordable self-growing flower pot that ensures your future food survival. All you do is add soil, seeds, and seedlings to the flower pot and watch your plants grow. Torpedo Pot can grow nutritious food in such abundance and variety that you can produce more food than your local farm. Visit www.torpedopot.com.
So we have a brother by the name of Charles Sherman Neal. Now, he's a former teacher at Boston Community Leadership Academy. Now, he was recently awarded $1.7 million on December the 7th by a Suffolk County jury that found that Boston schools retaliated against our brother because he was putting in numerous discrimination complaints. Why are you retaliating? But that is how they like to do it. See, they want you to sit there on a job and endure racism, white supremacy, and just take it with a smile. You don't supposed to say anything. Well, gone are the days that we are just quiet about racism, white supremacy. Now, however, the jury disagreed with his claims of discrimination. That's what the jury disagreed with. Now, in a lawsuit filed by his attorney, the brother claimed he suffered from depression and anxiety after being terminated from the school. They said where he was hired to start a gym program. Now they say his condition was so severe that he was reportedly restricted to the confines of his home and struggled to do simple tasks like focusing while watching television. Racism, white supremacy can have a lot of effects on black people psychologically, but they never like to talk about that. They even recently had to come out and admit that white supremacy is a pandemic. It is, especially in the medical field. Now, the brother's troubles began around 2008 when he initially worked at BCLA on a part-time basis. He would often raise concerns over the school's hiring practices, which he claims were racially discriminatory. Now, he said he was given a permanent teaching position 4 years later, according to court documents. Now, the brother, he was the only black male teacher at BCLA. Now, how many of you have been the only black person on the job? Surrounded by nothing but Mzungus, right? And all eyes is on you. Now, he claimed that he was also a victim of discrimination after several incidents, including when he said cameras were installed in the gymnasium where he taught classes, but not in any of the other teachers' classrooms without notifying them in advance. And say which is contrary to district policy. And say another adult was placed in the brother's class to monitor the girls' locker room when he taught. And say, but the school did not do that when a white male substituted for him. And say once the school took nearly 2 months to reactivate his swipe card, forcing him to be buzzed in when he got to the school. Now they say in fall of 2014, just 3 days after being complimented by the headmaster, it said the brother was placed on administrative leave while the school investigated misconduct claims against him. Now they said 2 years later, he was fired by the superintendent, Tommy Chang. It said who cited incapacity as his reason behind terminating the employee. While the case went to arbitration, the brother got his job back, but only to be fired once more. Now that's crazy. You go to arbitration, you fight the arbitrator person, say, hey, they need to get their job back, and you fire him again. Now they say what the Boston Public Schools did to this brother is despicable. They said in the statement, they said this is a man who had cancer and overcame it and went to work right away. Let me tell you something about these people. They don't care if you got cancer or anything else. They can care less about you. That's why I told y'all, you need to have your own business, work for yourself. They say they had no basis to believe that the brother couldn't fulfill the obligations of his job. They just got tired of his complaints and didn't want to deal with him. Okay, so they say Kavaja noted that $436,500 of the award was for the emotional injuries Neal occurred, which is the brother. Now, Kavaja is the attorney. It said, meanwhile, $950,000 was allocated for punitive damages. It said, and the remaining amount for interest that accrued since the suit's initial filing 5 years ago. So our brother got paid for dealing with white supremacy. And I'm a big believer of that. I believe you should sue. Anytime you deal with some discrimination, you sue, you file a lawsuit and try to go for the highest amount that you can. Let me tell you something. The white supremacists, all they understand is two things: money and power. That's it. If you're not taking money from them or affecting their power, then they don't get their attention at all. You crying and doing all that, they don't pay attention to that. Let them fire you. Say, yeah, please fire me on racial pretenses. Please, please do it. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to file a lawsuit. I'm going to eventually get my money. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to live stream me having a great time spending this lawsuit money that I won off of your racism. I'm going to be flying business class everywhere I go. I'm going to be traveling to different countries. I'm going to be eating the best, staying in the best places off of your money. That's what I would do. And tag you in everything I'm doing so you can see what I'm doing. Understand? That's how y'all got to start doing these people. So what this brother should do, he should go enjoy himself with that money. He should tag them and everything that he's doing. Say, yeah, appreciate you, with all your racism. Appreciate you. Look what I bought. Look what I got. Look at my girl over here. I went, bought her some new clothes. I bought her some new shoes. Like, shoot, man, I took my girl to get her teeth done. I did it. Man, I'll be doing all kind of things to make them mad while I'm tagging them in. They had to block me how much I'll be stunting on them with that money. But anyway, make sure y'all do that, black folks. Make them pay. Sue. I'm laughing. I was thought about it. Charleston White, crazy as he is, he said that he don't go to work. He go to work to sue. Charleston crazy. He crazy. But he talked about how he filed lawsuits on many companies and won, right? And that's what black folks need to do. Start filing lawsuits on these people. Anytime they treat you discriminatory, file a lawsuit. There's all kind of attorneys just salivating, want to get in those cases. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this particular story. I'm glad our brother got paid, but don't ever let these people get away with treating you any kind of way.
Living in America as a black person, you recognize there is one set of laws for you and one set of laws for those, especially in the white community. In our book, Passive Aggressive Racism in the System of White Supremacy, I take you through times in my life when I first started noticing white supremacy. We teach you how to recognize it, identify it, and also counter it in our book. This book is a beginner's course for those that are just starting to wake up and open their eyes to see the system of white supremacy. As a black American person, you must understand this system because this system is life or death to you. How you handle it, how you deal with it, it can affect your mental health if you don't understand this system. Pick up our book, Passive Aggressive Racism in the System of White Supremacy, today on Amazon.